So, looks like we got here, this is a 1936 Ford Fordor. It's a Fordor Deluxe. Beautiful. Two-tone. Don't know. Okay. It's got the matching. It's got like this whole banana cream, custard pie, paint motif. It's beautiful here. Probably has a flathead in it, you know. Got your air cleaner. See, he spelled it wrong though. It's Fordor as in Fordor, as you can tell. 1936. I was gonna say 37, but 36. Very nice, very nice. Nice interior. Very nice. Look at that interior. It's got a manual. And I'm assuming the other rod is probably the parking brake. Oh, it's got a pop-out window, see? It's got the window that pops out for extra ventilation. Once again, probably vacuum operated windshield wipers. These wipers are not suitable for a motor vehicle this size. They're like built for like a trike, an all-terrain vehicle. Look at this, man. That's got to be about 7 inches of rubber. You're supposed to see. It's just not possible. Oh, the headliner's been redone. It's got suicide doors. No. It's got a very, very spacious and what appears to be, looks comfortable to me, back seat. He's got a curtain for the rear window for privacy. You know, has an extra vent window right here. So what was supposed to happen is you're supposed to have flow through. So when you're driving, not really on the highway, but maybe at a higher speed, you crack this window about 1 inch or 2. The air comes in. It satiates all of the passengers inside the car, and then it comes out this way, or it comes over the car, and then it comes in this way, and it pushes through for the rear passengers. You know, very attractive. Very attractive. This too, they gave you a small trunk, very small, which means I'm assuming there was a car that came with a bigger one, either the Mercury or Lincoln, where the trunk would be out here. Then you have your spare wheel. All right. So. Well, hey, you can pop the hood?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm saying, like a lot of these early cars, they had the ambidextrous hood, you see? It has a seam in the middle, so you can open up either the left or the right. And we got a flathead here?
Flathead
Yes.
V8. Carburetors aftermarket. Stromberg is currently getting rebuilt. This is an aftermarket alternator versus a generator, which they originally had.
Right.
Alternators just to keep the battery charged, you know.
It's not bad. It's almost like a Ford housing on it. Oh, it's just nice.
Everything else is original. Everything is original on the car except for the paint.
Man, one thing I don't like about the older cars is the way they coated their wires. That fabric.
Not smart.
Well, they did what they knew.
Well, they did what they could.
Yeah. It's coated in beeswax, so it's supposed to be water repellent, but it just doesn't last over the years. Especially when they put it in the doors, because they use this type of wiring up until like the mid-70s.
Right, you see it in old houses and all.
Yeah.
That's all they had. It's all they thought of at the time, at least.
This is weird, man, because as much research as they put into plastics, they didn't actually use them until like the 80s,
they did
right?
What they could, though, you know, what they had at the time, which is pretty amazing.
But I got to tell you, How long have you had it? It's grandpa's car?
This is my grandfather's car. I've had it for about 5 years now.
You don't see a lot of Fordors.
No, you don't.
But the thing I like about a Fordor is that rear seat is so dang comfortable.
I know.
Right?
I know, it is.
Look at it, man.
We can open it up here.
You know?
Check it out if you want.
I mean, I was at another show in Long Island. A guy had a 35 Fordor.
Okay.
And it was yellow. You know, it was absolutely restored. Because it was yellow and he had a blue pinstripe on it and he had a custom blue interior. And I said, man, this interior is beautiful.
I actually steam cleaned the interior today, so it's it's in really good shape right now.
Oh, it's all original?
All original.
Oh, wow.
Everything is original except for the paint.
And the headliner too?
Everything.
Look at that headliner. Come on, y'all. This car's 90 years old and look at that headliner. All right.
Garage kept, obviously.
It's got the privacy shade on the rear window like that.
Yep.
You know? And the way the guy explained it to me, with this window and this vent window back here, you're supposed to have flow through.
Right. Well, yeah. This is your air conditioner.
Right.
You know what
right.
I mean?
So
versus the. Let me put this back down here. Along from your airflow through here.
Right.
You come into the cab here.
Yep.
You got this little lever.
Okay.
Boom.
Right.
If you don't want the breeze going in your face, and you want it more at a lower level.
On the lower, right.
Pop it open.
Yeah, because you as a driver, you'd be wearing a suit anyway.
Right, yeah,
that's what men back.
Exactly.
Everybody had a cap, but they had a hat and a suit.
Exactly.
You know, even if you worked down the corner selling beans, you had a suit. Had shoes, had patent leather shoes.
Everything.
Can't get them these days.
No, you cannot.
You know. So let me ask you something. That second rod. What is that? The parking brake?
That's gonna be the parking brake.
Knew it.
This
yeah.
is a 3-speed.
Right.
You got your first. Second is up at 2 o'clock.
Right.
Third is down at probably 4 o'clock.
And reverse
is up at let's say 10 o'clock.
Okay. All right. So reverse would be in the same throw as first.
Right.
Once you hit the clutch all the way in. Nice. Padded armrest. Oh, geez. So any plans for it?
No, I'm just gonna keep it like this.
I mean,
it's not changing.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Keep up with the maintenance.
You're gonna put it in the big shows.
Yeah, I don't like to take it far from home.
You can trailer it. I mean,
I could.
Because I got to tell you something, man. This thing would be really popular at the Ford Nationals.
I've won quite a few trophies at local, car shows.
Oh no, I mean the big show.
I know.
The big show.
I should.
I went to Lake George last week for the Adirondack.
This was the first year in 5 years I missed that car show. My buddy's got a house up there. We usually go. We couldn't make it this year.
Yeah.
But it's one of the best.
Yeah.
The best.
And then next week is the Carlisle, but that's the Fall Classic.
Where's that?
Carlisle, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
When you get on, from Westchester County, you would take, what's that, 278, 287? Take 287 to the bisects to 78,
right.
And then 78 straight west.
Okay.
And then, 78 ends in Allentown. Yeah, it's only, I live in the city. So from the city, it's 191 miles.
Gotcha.
So from here, just add another 20 miles onto it, I guess. But you can get there.
That's nothing.
Yeah, when you get there, it's only like 20 miles because 78 ends and then another 20 miles. But you'd love it, man.
I bet. Yeah, I do. I would.
Ford weekend, because Ford weekend is going to be at the end.
Next weekend?
No. Next weekend is the Fall Classic.
When's the Ford one?
The Ford one, you missed it for this year.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, because it was in the summertime.
Gotcha.
So it's going to be next year at the end of July.
Okay.
No, wait a minute. At the end of June.
Gotcha.
Sorry. The end of June. The last weekend in June is going to be the Ford Nationals.
Gotcha.
But you can go to the Fall Classic. You can go to the Lake George one, Adirondack Nationals, because there's such an appreciation for this era.
And since I've been doing car shows, I've only seen one other Fordor.
Yeah, right.
There's actually one for sale right now in New Rochelle.
Right.
On a Facebook Marketplace for $25,000. It's in really good condition. 3,000 miles.
Yeah.
Road ready.
Right.
All original.
But did this era, the 30s Fords, early 30s, late 30s.
That was like that staple in the.
It was like, it was the age of ingenuity.
Right, exactly.
So when people see this thing, they can see where their Ford Taurus came from.
Right.
They can see where their Mustang.
Similar.
Yeah, but it's also, you can see the history. It's like if you got the chance to get in the time machine and go back and kick it with your grandpa when he was your age.
Oh yeah, he would see these driving around.
Yeah, but you kick it with him when he was your age.
Right, yeah.
Both of you guys just sitting over here, grandpa, I'm you from the future. What do you mean? And so all of this stuff. Think about it. You'd love that.
I would.
Everybody, you'd love it. Yeah. And that's what this car is.
But
that's what this car is. It's just like a time machine that you can go back and see. Well, Because you can watch as many Kevin Costner movies as you want.
I know.
But
I know. It ain't
when you see the thing in person,
it's a different ball game.
is a different ball game, man. You know.
Well, I try and keep it the best I can.
I know, and the see the thing is, like, I see a lot of guys. They have the early ones, the '32 Ford Model A's, and they make them a roadster.
Yeah.
They make them a hot rod. Look, that's their discretion. They can do what they want to do. But the thing is, when you see an OEM, because this is what the guy went down to. He went downtown to get.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he went downtown. You know, him and the wife and the 2 kids. We got to go get something that we can carry. So they went down there and got a 4-door.
That's it.
You know, and the marketing was so practical.
This thing was $560.
Yeah,
Back in
yeah.
'36.
And then the marketing is so practical. So what do you want to call this thing? Well, let's call it a 4-door.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
So,
not F-O-U-R.
yeah,
F-O-R.
right. And so what do you call the other one? We'll call that a 2-door.
Yeah.
T-U-D-O-R.
Yeah,
So it's
exactly.
like, yeah, right. You know.
What's up?
You know, this car was designed by Edsel Ford. You know, and it's very nice. Very, very, very nice. So, 1936 Ford Fordor.